Good afternoon, everyone. Bill Sack here, Director of Legal Operations with the Second Amendment Foundation. This is your SAF Weekly Recap for the week ending February 5th, 2026. Let's get into it. First up, this week we want to talk about some fantastic new corporate sponsors that we have here at Second Amendment Foundation. We are so blessed to have the support of some fantastic industry partners that believe in the rights of their customers and the rights of their staff and their families, of course, just as much as we do here at Second Amendment Foundation. And so they support the cause that we fight on your behalf every day. This past week, we were super stoked to bring on and announce Nighthawk Custom. You know who they are. One gun, one gunsmith, just the sickest single stack, double stack 1911s. They do those unbelievable Korth revolvers that are just pieces of art. They came on at gold level. What a fantastic thing to have. Thank you guys so much at Nighthawk Custom. You guys just did that sick giveaway package. Super stoked to have you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the work that we do here. And by God, do we support the work that you guys do. Next, at the silver level, RE Factor Tactical. I had to go back and look at RE Factor Tactical's website. They have everything. They have everything. I mean, I remember them from 100 years ago when they had that fantastic deck of cards that had different shooting drills on it. Now they have gear, apparel, nylon goods, lights, lasers, optics, everyday carry stuff, medical, everything you want. Spend a lot of money with them, please. They're now silver level sponsors here at Second Amendment Foundation. They just did a sick night vision giveaway with us. Really great guys and gals over there. We are thrilled to have them on board. And last but not least is Ranger Point Precision. Are you down with RPP? Yes, you know me. Lever guns are fun. You know that I have a little bit of a Western affinity. If you couldn't tell, they are doing an absolutely unbelievable giveaway for the month of February. We're going to talk about that more a little bit later. But Ranger Point Precision, thank you folks so much for your donating your time, your energy, and your fantastic product to us here at Second Amendment Foundation. And we're super stoked to give away some of your cool stuff. We're going to talk about that package in a minute or two. Folks, maybe you are new here, or maybe you have a touch of amnesia after your Super Bowl revelry last night. But we here at Second Amendment Foundation have been fighting for all of our rights to keep and bear arms since 1974. Of course, that was not me. I was not born yet, but we've been doing it as an organization for 51 years. We are currently in 55 pieces of active litigation on your behalf all over the country, fighting gun control like assault weapons bans, magazine capacity bans, carry restrictions, permitting delays, and exorbitant fees. We have 5 cases right now pending certiorari before the Supreme Court. Now is a really critical time for you to support us here at Second Amendment Foundation. Last year, 81% of every dollar that we got went directly to the mission. We are super proud of that number. Please consider providing a generous donation to keep the fight going. saf.org/give. You can become a member. You can be a donor supporter. You can give a one-time donation. You can make a monthly donation. Hook us up. You send Netflix $20 every month. Send us $20 every month. I guarantee you we'll fight for your rights in a way that Netflix won't. We'll take your Bitcoin. You got Bitcoin laying around? You want to scooch into another wallet? We're that wallet. You can even leave part of your estate to us if you would like, so that you can continue fighting the good fight on behalf of your children and their children when you are at the great reloading room in the sky. Please consider supporting us here at Second Amendment Foundation. We certainly thank you. Okay, on to more news. All right, folks, let's talk about sweepstakes time. That's right, February sweepstakes have now launched. This month, we have an absolutely rad package, as previously alluded to by RPP. That's right, Ranger Point Precision. The package is worth over $3,000. Enter it and support Second Amendment Foundation. Here's what you stand to win. The pièce de résistance here is a Taylor Firearms Ridge Runner. What is that, Bill? Here's what it is. It's a really rad 4570 government breakdown lever action. So you want to take some North American big game. You want to take a moose or an elk or a bear, or you want to shoot really big holes in the side of old water heaters or refrigerators. This will do that pretty effectively. And you don't just get the gun, it comes kitted out with a whole bunch of RPP stuff. So you get a 6-shot quiver that's locked down on the side of that forend, and the forend is also Ranger Point precision and really slick looking. Um, it's a really neat gun. I really want it. I might have to buy myself one. I have absolutely no need for 4570 here, but I want it anyway, by God. So you get a bunch of accoutrements with it. So what else do you need if you're going to go out into the bush and take an elk? Well, you probably want to have a knife with you. So you get a reef knife. The reef knife is really rad. It's like a nice little Skinner blade. It comes with a sick M-lock sheath from Ranger Point Precision. Really nice little setup. You also get 2 boxes of Hornady's fantastic Lever Evolution ammo. I'm not sure if you get to pick which grade of ammo you get, but the Lever Evolution stuff is really rad. It's got some of Hornady's really rad polymer tip pointed pills in the front of them. So you get a lot more zip and a lot more power downrange than with your traditional old school 4570 flat nose. They make a 325 grade option that's going over 2,000 feet per second. It's like over 3,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. It's a thumper. It'll put big holes in the side of that water heater. Boy, do you want that. And last but not least, you get an Eberly stock. You get a Eberly stock bag. It's called the Little Brother. It's a 35-liter pack. It's perfect for taking out into the woods without carrying too much stuff, but having everything that you need. You get the entire package. It's worth over $3,000. We highly recommend that you sign up to win this sweepstakes. Please check out the link below. Thank you to Ranger Point Precision and all of the other good folks that have donated to this one. It's a good one. SAF in the media, that's right. You can't turn on your TV, your radio, or your internet box without seeing one of us, for good or for bad. We are everywhere. This past week, our intrepid director of legal research and education, Costas Moros, appeared on Gun Stuff TV. That's Chris Swainhart's show with all the good guys and gals over there with Chris. Great show, great folks. Costas got to join them this past week to talk about 2 main things that were happening down in the Delmarva region in D.C. What are the carry rules down there? Are you allowed to carry a gun in D.C.? Certain people in the Trump administration appear to not understand how the laws work and made some very concerning anti-gun comments, which, did they walk back? Maybe they did. Costas and Chris talk about it. And then just a little bit further south, down there in Virginia, they've got a new Democrat governor and a whole bunch of Democrats in their House and Senate. And boy, does that seem like it's going to be trouble for a whole bunch of new gun control bills that are being rammed down the throats of the good people of Virginia. Chris and Costas talk about that in some detail, find out what's going to happen, where it's headed, which bills might pass. Costas Moros on Gun Stuff TV with Chris Swainhart. Link is below. Second Amendment Foundation Investigative Journalism Project. Say it 3 times fast. I dare you. We just call it the SAF IJP. Maybe you should too. Written by our wonderful staff reporter, Lee Williams. This week, Lee talks about a gun control group called 97%. They are just clinging to the last bit of relevancy they might have. But they've had a little bit of shakeup in their staff over there, and they have a new gentleman at the helm. He's an ex-police officer, and apparently he's also a big fan of red flag laws. That is apparently their new bugaboo over there at 97%. We have a red flag initiative over here at Second Amendment Foundation because we're challenging red flag laws all over the country. In fact, we've identified at least 6 jurisdictions where the red flag laws are particularly egregious, and we either have or are actively looking for good plaintiffs that we can challenge those laws. So please check our red flag initiative out on our website under the legal tab. And please check out Lee's new article about the 97%ers. What a debunked... You'll find out all about how debunked that claim really is in his article this past week on the SAF IJP. Check out the link below. So I think there's something about the old soul gentleman, the kind of guy maybe born a couple generations too late, who still likes getting out in the wilderness, who likes testing his metal, testing his skills, testing his gear, uh, who likes telling those war stories and those hunting stories and those adventure stories that is captured so beautifully in Field Ethos Journal. They are a really great friend to us here at Second Amendment Foundation. And one of the things that some people don't appreciate, just having, gone to fieldethos.com or knowing them through social media, that they do a print version of the journal. And I think particularly with the sort of stuff that they do, that there's something really special about getting a hard copy of that thing, like a thing that you own and that you can touch and feel and take with you and, fold in half and throw in your back pocket or throw in your pack. That can sit on the corner of your desk and you can dog your pages and that you can hand to a buddy over a campfire once you're done with it so somebody else can enjoy it. Something that continues to exist when the batteries die and you're sitting by a campfire and you're not near a power outlet. I think that there's something still really special and powerful about that. So we really recommend that, if you like Field Ethos Journal, and look, if you're here, you probably do, subscribe to their print version. It's really a neat thing to have. You get something tangible that you can hold, and it really is a different experience. And I think it speaks to that old school kind of historical and unapologetically masculine thing that they're doing over there. So check them out at the link below. Get yourself signed up, and then you get like a cool thing in the mail every month, and that's kind of rad. Field Ethos Journal, get that print version. All right, folks, we have come to the end of the weekly recap for this past week, the week of February 6th, 2026. You know that at the end of the weekly recap, we like to highlight one of our ongoing pieces of litigation. This week, we're talking about Miller v. Smith. This is a case out of Illinois, which involves the prohibition on gun ownership and carry from folks that operate daycare facilities out of the home or are foster parents. It is a really interesting case that arises out of Illinois and is in response to some Illinois Department of Children and Family Services policies. You can read all about this case at saf.org. Click on the legal tab, click on active cases, use that search function. Thank you all for staying with us for the SAF weekly recap for last week, February 6, 2026. I'm Bill Sack, Director of Legal Operations with the Second Amendment Foundation. We will see you folks next week.